you don't like the life I live.
Girl, let's talk about it.
Alright, I'm always on the grind.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
Always got money on my mind.
Girl, let's talk about it.
Say you don't like this life of mine.
Wanna talk about it?
Yeah, I'm always on the grind.
Let's talk about it.
Okay, I gotta shine.
Let's talk about it.
Always got money on my mind.
Girl, let's talk about it.
Say you don't like this life of mine.
Let's talk about it.
Okay, I'm always on the grind.
Girl, let's talk about it.
Yeah, I gotta shine.
Let's talk about it.
Always got money on my mind.
Girl, let's talk about it.
Whoa, what's up, world? What's Gucci? What's going on with you? Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday, what's poppin', world? Hey, today we up there. How's everybody doing? Make sure that, it's known that everything that's said today is, what do they say is the truth? That's the raw truth. Hey, your boy Knowledge is Key. I'm up here popping with y'all this great Wednesday. So speaking of it, the emergency of the power in numbers, the great divide, and learning reconnection after all of the disconnection. After everything gets disconnected, how do we reconnect? We're going back. And why it's an emergency that we realize why power is in numbers right now. Conducting the energy. Amen, because it is the great divide. I see a great divide. Let's go there. Almost every relationship I see in the world, damn near right now, we see division. And we say, where's this division coming from? How do we reconnect from the great divide and learn reconnection? Learn reconnection. Hey, say this is an emergency. So here we go. Power in numbers. Why is there power in numbers? Why is there power in numbers? Because to build a nation, two hands work better than one hand. If you have two hands to work with, that's better than one hand. So if you have 1,000,000 hands versus 6 hands, you're in business. You're in business. So how do we get here to this place? I mean, face it, they say that there's lockdowns coming. We have to learn how to be worry-free and problem-free around the people around us. We have to learn these things, man, how to reconnect. Why can certain type of people, 10 people can live in a 1-bedroom apartment or a 2-bedroom apartment and survive? Some people can't. There's some great movies out there that's coming out now that's telling people kind of the times that we're in. And I think the times that we're in are great times. A lot of people look at these times and say, oh man, all these things could happen, would have, should have, could have. No, it's you be where you at. Be where you at and be strong in whatever you are right now. Like everyone around you has a path. And oh my gosh, your path is so great if you only be part of your story. Everyone around you is part of your story. You shouldn't be going along the ride for anyone's story. For anyone's story, anyone's glory, you have to go in for yours. Because there's connections that people have all over the place. And one of the biggest connections issues, I hear that a lot of a lot of us guys in general, not saying me, but there's guys out there that complain. They say, hey, a woman is not their mother, the mother energy. And a lot of women say, hey, they've heard it from their men that they're treating them like their mother. So where does this energy come from? Why is the communication like this where everybody's boggled and has this energy where, and it's easy. Women are nurturing. They are nurturing. So if you put them in a capacity to where a nurturer has to nurture children, a job, they have to juggle all of these crazy different things, and these balancing acts makes them go crazy. They finally get some help around them. They say, hey, get this, do this. I'm going to check this. It does become more of a mother thought than an actual, this is another person or I'm going through their journey as well. Let me help assist and be partnered with. it does turn into an energy where it's this. But then you have men on the other end that are born having a more energy, more strength, more physical strength, not mental strength, but definitely more physical strength. You have them growing up into a capacity of who they are. And a lot of times they've been hit with certain frequencies to where they're over sexual. The women are over sexual from a young point of age. So when you look at how the mental capacities on both sides are being driven to programs where it's no way but to clash. The only way you can get past the programming is to clash. This is mathematical. It's mathematical. It's no way around it. The only way around it is to start from within inside. If you are responsible for only yourself, you can't control the comments and things that come around you. You can just be responsible for how you dictate and move your element, and that's when you will start attracting to the wealth, attracting to the knowing, attracting to everything that's making you the greatest part of you. Realize up until this point where we are in life right now, nothing else matters. Whatever happened yesterday, it only where you are at this point in time in life matters. What you do after now determines your frequency. Like it determines your life. What you do now, after now, determines the energy. And it's like we got energy for so much. Yeah, we don't have time to argue, bicker, be in different discussions with people that's senseless or pointless. We got the energy to take this thing to the movement to a whole nother level in a short period of time. In a short period of time. I'm talking about you can feel frequencies and waves with people now that there's an energy that has never, it's different. It has never been felt. And with that is more solutions than problems. You used to only hear problems. Now we actually having solutions because we see where the programming took place. Only when you know there's programming can you come up with a solution. Can you be the solution? Yeah, shout out to all my people out there too, man. Wednesday, what's popping? What's the business? Like how y'all doing out there? What's the word? What's the 411, man? How my people doing? How's y'all relationships? How y'all building processes with the people around you? Like how's y'all communication? Are you evolving? Are you devolving? Are you starting to communicate from a higher place? Like where you at? Like, yeah. Do y'all feel like there is things going where it's gonna be a division? A division where people are beefing over who get a, who don't, how people are doing, or is it gonna bring people together? Will the world events do what Hawaii did, where people are scattering things on fire through chaos? Do we start arguing and say, hey, they're not helping us? And we stand and say, they just driving around taking your land. Where does it get? The events in this world, is it gonna make us bond together or be more apart and just, wait for someone to help? Or are we gonna be our own help? It's gonna be a cycle. We could either be the victims or we could be victorious. We could become superheroes. Now, man, there's people out here doing things not ever humanly envisioned, thought that could happen. There are abilities waking up for us to communicate, talk. You know what I'm saying? Hey, we just got to get back to the natural state where we naturally supposed to be. Start communicating with our organs, with our thoughts, how our hearts beating. The first energy we feel off of somebody. Now, you might run across the greatest person you could ever been across. Your key to success is right around you right now. Everybody out there, your key to success is around you every day. You just don't value it. Or they might not value you. It could be either way. All your keys to or success could be right there in front of you, but you don't value it, or it don't value you. Because we're looking for the money. It's crazy. Say, what is God? What is God? And look on money and say, what? In God we trust. In God we trust. So whoever prints, or they can determine if the air works, if the heat is on, if the electricity goes, where the land is facilitated to, who owns it. That's a lot of control. Almost godly. Almost. So I think it's, within the questions and vibrations and everything we have, and it's time to take everything to a different level. Everything to a different level. We got, music coming, new everything coming, but it's an emergency. And emerge from what? It's time to emerge from the darkness. You might have been sitting back in a hole, not ready to come out, but then when you're forced to come out, when you start feeling that heat or that emerge, you gotta emerge throughout. You gotta emerge through the darkness. A lot of us don't, we don't, were we comfortable? There's no point in being comfortable anymore. There's no way to stay comfortable. There's no way to stay comfortable. It's time to come out them shells. Yeah, man, they say we getting out. It's time to bring together everything that's happening. We're gonna need more hands to help. We can't sit back and wait and say, y'all not coming to help us. Nobody's coming. No, you was born for it. You was built for the days that we in. It's the great days, man. Technology is better than ever. Look what we can do. Technology is better than ever. For real. But yes, so I say, wealth. Let's get to it. Let's get to it. Land, life, air. Feel that prana, baby. Knowledge is key. Hey man, I say this was called the Great Divide. Like learning connection, learning reconnection. In order to want to know reconnection, you have to have disconnected from something. So I need the people to think about now. Are most of the youth connected? Is anybody connected to anything? Word life. Talk to me. Like, do anybody see anybody really having true connection to anything? Much of anything nowadays. Now, I said it was power in numbers, but we talking about reconnection. Like, how many true friends do y'all have out there? True family members. How many people do you hit when you're going through something? You talk up, you say, what's up? You might be able to depend on them. They might be able to depend on you. How many people y'all know like that? We're gonna really go up. It's time to turn up, man. We got a whole different ways. But man, say happy Wednesday, September 13th. 13, a great number, mysterious number. Mysterious number. So no reason why we will be talking about reconnection. And when I say reconnection, to what? Speaking of that, we are all miracles. Depending on your father's sperm count, we have to all agree that we came from a sperm, a snotty looking substance, developed us to where we are now. So thinking of that, your father had to have anywhere from close to 1 million sperm cells out of one ejaculation. They could probably go up to close to 2 billion. So you were one out of a damn near 2 billion chance that one cell would swim to that one sperm would swim to that egg and make you here today. Like, there's no way. You're a miracle. We're all miracles, but we don't value. We haven't learned from youth and taught as youth that we should value every single miracle like that. Like it was only a miracle that this person came here into this planet. No, we rather look at it as we play mental games, all different type of things, instead of just wish safety, wish embetterment, wish enlightenment, everything that we should wish on each other or wish for each other. A lot of time it's different, but I'm only speaking on it because it's time to change these perspectives. It's the only reason why I would even be doing it is because spoken on a lot of things for long time, but now it's time to really change these perspectives. It's time to change these perspectives. God body, like it's God body. It's time to change all those perspectives because that's all they are. And then when you say what is we go vote knowledge, what is a government? Those that govern your mental. Yeah, it's simple. Govern your mental. So the schools, all the systems, everything was used to govern your mental. So mathematically, all of the issues we have were taught to us, basically taught to have these issues. It doesn't mean that you can't come out of it. It's a lot of people that want to give up. And there's a lot of people that want the most. It's a lot of people that wake up, but you're around environments where a lot of people are not going to be able to deal with their environment. A lot of people might not be able to deal with their environment. A lot of people might, but it's all up to the individuals. To each his own. But we have to reconnect to that higher self. That higher self is not worried about what the world is doing, what's going on in the world, what sexy red got popping on her. Her clothes might look good, but I don't care about the image that is put off for her. That's her image. You know, that's not my image. Yeah, so we have to learn to observe, but not absorb. You know what I mean? Like learn to observe. Look at the world. You don't have to be of the world. You don't have to be the whole world, but you can be right there looking at it. God, body, what's the biz naive? Indigo, what's popping?
Jeez.
Yeah,
What's up? What's
I
up?
don't know. Yes, wait, not long. We in here.
Y'all, you live. What's up, family?
Real talk, fam, real talk, fam. Just making it do what it do. Speaking on the power in numbers. Learning to reconnect from all the disconnect, the great divide, and just speaking on what power in numbers actually means. Can men and women coexist without issues? Does perfect is perfect a possibility?
Okay. So it says emergency. There's power in numbers. What's this going on? The
Yeah,
village?
emergence. The tribe, the tribe. Where's the tribe? Where's the tribe at? And, and it's crazy because people know the tribe is here. I just had some of the youngsters come up to me from just being out, and one of them was like, "Hey, I'm looking for my tribe." Like it's become tribal. I can hear this. Yeah, we can hear them popping now. But the power being in numbers. Has there been a disconnection, or is there a disconnection with people? And what are we doing about that reconnection, establishing that tribe?
Um, Let me see if I can put this on here. Um, Probably healing, healing and coming together, like community wise, like on a deep, deep level that we probably never seen in this lifetime.
Yeah, yeah,
Like, putting all worldly things aside and, you know,
man. I spoke on that because I say it's good you on here because I didn't want to have an energy to where I would be even ever coming off because this about speaking towards directly towards women at all in any type way. So there needs to be a balance in situations, especially in households, because right now it's like a overwhelming percentage of the majority of people that are in relationships have relationships problems, and even people that are not in relationships, they have problems in communicating with those with people around them. There's some type of division amongst everybody. So just speaking on that energy, a lot of times that energy comes from somebody's actually worried about something that's not pertaining to them. It might be a person's mission or their life purpose might be one thing. And you might say, that's not my life's purpose. But you will not even say control because there's one thing as to how do you put this. There's one thing that, like a mother might say, hey, that's not a good friend, and a mother can have a million different reasons to have that motherly energy for her child. But then you have people that are doing as adults, and they have the same energy, not the energy really towards nurturing. A nurture is going to build and put you in a certain. So we have mothers. Where do they know to separate nurturing from a man saying you're trying to be like my mother? Where's the separation of that? Because we're speaking on power and numbers, and I don't think we can get past this. If we don't get past this, we won't be able to get past a lot, because there are a multitude of men out there in the world. Not speaking for myself, I'm saying there are men out there in the world who feel like,
There would have a complete, full balance and understanding of healing on both ends. Okay, that's it. Um, that's the balance. There should not be a one-sided thing there.
bless,
Excuse me.
bless, God body, God
It
body.
shouldn't be a one-sided thing there. Like, I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I
I know.
uh, I said,
I would go ahead.
oh no, go ahead. You were talking. That's my bad.
About to just say like I wouldn't want no woman bossing my sons around, or like trying to get my sons out of their divine masculine. You know, I, like cower down. Maybe I wouldn't appreciate that.
No, into
Then
the men, y'all got sons out there. If your son see the daddy submitting to the wife, and he one day has a family, and he's submitting to his
gonna be
wife, you say what?
what good is they gonna be?
They will be no good, because at the end of the day, this is what's gonna happen with the way that the program guides the feminine energy, and the way the program guides the masculine energy. This is what happens with the masculine energy. They put over sexualized nature amongst you while you're very young, and it makes you in such a way you do everything. You start to do anything that distracts you, or a man gets hurt, they just turn into odd. This is the way that they solve everything they do, is with through sexual energy, and that energy is so powerful. It has the ability to reproduce. So what does it reproduce? This ejaculation that could be anywhere from a million sperm cells to close to a billion or over a billion sperm cells. They all are miracles, though. They go find the egg, and only one or two or however many end up finding the egg. So the miracles that we are today. But here we go with this misguided energy, because you're either over sexual, or then if you're on a woman, you go through things that you shouldn't have to go through. You have offspring, and then you're by yourself. Uh, you're responsible for the care, the housing, the everything, the exercise, the mental space. You're responsible for all these things. So then you get a man that's your partner, that you're supposed to be around and actually building with, and then you say, hey, I think you should did this like this, or it becomes to a point where you treat him the same way the children you have, and you forget that this person had a divine path long before even coming in contact with you. You had a divine path long before coming in contact with that person. So instead of you staying on your divine track, helping them on their divine track, you begin to lose sight of who you are. They lose sight of who they were, only for you to come back 360, realize those sights, and then veer different ways, because you didn't realize at the time. You say, hey, the only thing that matters in life is where I'm at now. What happened past behind me didn't matter. Only where I take life now. And I think these are one of the different, especially for us people, because we are the sun people. And we are the sun people because we went through the fire. There's a lot of people that definitely feel a certain way because of, Gold is our color. There's a reason why there's put out there you're black, and there was a huge acceptance for you to call yourself black. It's one of the biggest distractions you could possibly have with the language that we speak. And I don't. I'm sorry for feeling like I'm preaching and wearing the indigo down. She getting real bored right now. Indigo, what's popping? Like, spirit, goddamn, what's popping with it? What's the business?
I am not bored.
Yeah,
My
real talk.
you know how our minds can go. But yeah, we have totally been distracted of our path. I don't know, it's just too worldly for me. You already know how I feel about it. I'm about over the realm. I'm gonna push through for the collective, you feel me?
Yeah, God
But
body.
y'all, people who are like pushing and striving for this worldly shit, I mean, whatever. Like,
Mm,
what the fuck ever. Like,
yeah,
we're over it. We're
yeah,
all of us collectively who are on one accord are
yeah.
over, like, it's too much.
You know,
But
oh my gosh, yeah.
no, go ahead. Hopefully they can fix it. That's all I was about to say. Like,
No, I was gonna say because this is a big thing that I seen the other day, and it's like it's crazy because it kind of threw my mind. But somebody was speaking, and the girl said something about biblically saying that there was rape, basically saying that rape was okay in the Bible. And when they went back and looked at the script, I said they were speaking and saying that there was a marriage that took place. What marriage are they talking about? They speaking of them having sex. So in the Bible, when they're talking about sex, they're not talking marriage. They're not talking about you going to get a paper and saying, "Here, this paper means married." Anybody you have sex with, you're married to. So therefore, we're in a society where people respect a paper more than the actual union of your body with, and it's making this, yeah, this round that we're on. A lot of stuff just don't. It won't ever make sense if we don't talk about it the way it actually happens. Like if we don't speak on just the way life actually works, nothing will make sense. It won't make sense. And we've gotten to a place. One of the worst things that you can do. So somebody just told me this. They said the worst thing you can do is get into like the transitioning conversation and tell the truth. That's the worst thing you can do. That's the most out of all the low blows you could throw in that conversation. The worst thing, and a woman just hilarious just happened to do it. She said, "Hey, only she can have a cycle, and only she can bear a child." And it was one of the you know man, you got to see the bees swarm. They say a hit dog will holler. You got to see the worst thing she could do was be honest and say, I was born like this, and this is how this naturally happens.
yeah, no one's gonna call me a cis anything. Okay? They got all these names for I was born with this. The fuck? I'm not letting them call me nothing. You gonna call me woman or you gonna get the hell on out my face. I'm not being cis woman, cis whatever that
But
makes
see,
no
okay, so we going into a round though where basically there is algorithms on the things that detect your voice, the ups, the downs. It detects everything, and then it says, "Hey, you said something that was wrong." So even within what you're saying, like I say, the worst thing you can do really though is be honest. Is be honest, and then people have, and then it's all. What is it based on? Be honest, to protect someone's what feelings.
right.
So now if I say, hey, my child says that they're a poodle, and my son says he's Sonic all the time. If I agree and say, son, you know what, you're right, you can be Sonic, man, he's never gonna turn blue and do and turn a little ball. So at the end of the day, we're subjecting each other to anything. To
Mm-hmm.
anything. I'm just gonna say it because I'm gonna protect people's feelings. No, we have to be at a point where we honest with each other because we love each other. I'm gonna be real with you because I do give a fuck. Like I'm not gonna tell you anything because I do care. The people who don't care are gonna tell you anything, but they say no. Lie to me for my feelings. No. I mean I can't do that. If it's something I could help you, you can help we can help each other evolve to different type places where certain things could definitely happen. But lying to people for feelings, no, we way past it. And a matter of fact, we are being taken advantage of because we won't be honest.
Yeah.
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 I mean,
Yeah.
I've been programmed my whole life to say I'm black, but I ain't never a day in my life have I been black. I'm gonna keep it real. This is
Yep.
not to knock my community.
Not a day. My shirt's
Yeah.
black.
Hey, real talk. The conscious community is gone. Like the Black Panthers flew through the wind. The every
why,
conscious
why would they even name that in the first place?
real
To,
talk.
to push
Real talk.
the people that started WIC, and now the white man has taken over WIC. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. But you know, I let them. They better listen to Shaka Khan. That's the real Cherokee. That's the true
Hey, for
Cherokee.
real. For real.
Mm.
So I mean, what do you think though? Can a what do you teach at you? Can a person be perfect? Is achieving, they say this Jesus stuff, achieving being perfect, is that possible?
Okay, so the way the realm is right now, I feel like you can really, I mean, you can try. You can try to be as, that takes making, I mean, using discernment every time you make a decision, which means every time you speak or think, if you can use that discernment and use it the right way, yeah, I'm sure you can be perfect. That's the point of Jesus. That's the whole
God
point
body,
of Jesus.
God body. Hey, that's real. That's real. That was the whole point of Jesus. That was the whole point of Asur. Everything that religions was based on the ability of achieving perfection at some point in your life. What was knowing, not believing, was actually knowing that you could be perfect. And I think it's something that all of us have felt in us at certain periods of time. How long we cultivate it, or if we continue to try to cultivate it, that's something else. But I think that perfect feeling, like you just breathing, everything is perfect. I love who I am. I think everybody then felt that just at, at least a small point. I would hope everybody hasn't. For those people that are, you know, what is it? What she was about to say? So your face time, but you ain't say that. What's going down? Yeah,
No, they, I don't know. They just this is a mess. This right here is a mess.
I think it's great though. It's like at certain points in time, it does feel like utter chaos. Um, ability to think that I don't know, but I'm starting to love the I don't know because you're running. It's pushing that energy. Well, I don't know, but I'm gonna figure it out. I'm
Right,
gonna figure it out. And then in between that figuring out, we're learning things about ourselves we would have never known if we didn't get that energy to push us to make ask that question. Like, what am I capable of? You
right,
never know what you're capable of until you go through something that pushes you into a situation where you have to see what's you know.
right.
But yeah,
That,
I
that,
think I think perfection. The ancient Kemetic proverbs. Being asur was the greatest thing one could achieve in life. So there were several people in certain civilizations. There were a lot of people that were perfect at certain particular points in time, whether we know it or not. And I think if we put that into the young people's subconscious when they very young, like babies, even before they get here, I think once they cross over to this realm, they'll realize they already. I've seen babies already know who people are as soon as they come out. Like they not dealing with certain people. Man, Floyd Mayweather, shout out to that king. Man, he got a little grandson named Easy, bro. Literally nobody. Once he in his grandfather's hand, the baby won't go to nobody else. I mean, it's the craziest stuff I ever seen.
I saw that
Yeah,
video.
yeah, it's crazy. Like I'm talking about he boxes already, and the little boy like he about 2 years old, maybe 2 or 3. Like, whoa, say man, like yeah. So he must have learned how to reincarnate himself and bring himself right back. It's no telling what the guy's learning for real, man. I think we be learning all kind of things, and I think other people get they, instead of them cheering on other people's potential, there's so many of us that are scared of other people's potential, and it scares them, and they think to yes, it's just that we all have our purposes, and yeah, it has to be where iron sharpens iron. So I think that the men have to really deal with men. I think women have to get to a point where we get where the women deal with women, because the men trying to explain to women that men don't like women who wear a lot of makeup or go do this. You know, they rather you naturally construct your body. Different arguments that men and women are having, they would work better. The communication would work better if the women really talked and dealt with the women on their main issues, and the men dealt with men, because men do think from logic and women think from the more emotional or feeling side of it, which is why I think it's dangerous with the trans thing, because it's now they think with feelings too, but it's a man that's strictly thinking what I feel like this. So that's where it's to a point where you can't be honest, because if you say you still were born a man, now that's the worst thing you can say. Now you call this person a man, and they're saying he, she, him, you know, her. So it's yeah,
They
it's
are
like a
possessed. That is
yeah,
that is that is psychosis.
it's psychosis. Yeah. But I mean, but we need them too. Some of these people are the most spiritual people, believe it or not. Some of these people are born mediums, and it never was their earthbound thing was not to be touched by no man. That wasn't the purpose, but society is gonna make them think that that was their purpose. You know, it's yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy where we at with it.
I let them all do what they
And it
want.
sound like there's a hurricane behind you. You say what?
Man, you know I'm sitting in front of my fan. I got hot.
Ah, yeah,
But
for
yeah,
real,
yeah, yeah. I'm the
real
fire
talk.
starter. Fire starter. But man, I don't know. This realm here, that's what all I'ma say. That's all I be. The curse is reversed though. They best wake up while the curse is reversed.
Ah, it definitely is.
Me and my sister today.
It definitely is.
Me and my sister, shout out to Keela. That's my girl. She is. She basically was, you know, was basically saying that earlier. Like, where they gonna go at? Where you gonna go at if you already stuck in round 3? You're being demoted. Have
Damn.
fun. That shit there. That's tough. And I
Whoa.
heard it smell like sulfur the whole round. I'm crying.
Hey, that is crazy. The people actually was taught that. Like, you don't believe this or know this, and this is the great divide, man. Oh, thank goodness gracious, great thing, because um, besides us now being divided in between sex, where it's men versus women, people don't get along with the children a lot of time. But you look at this, this all starts with the divide of the Quran and the Bible. Like when you divided up these two books, which really mean the same thing, they technically have the same meanings, but you use both together and run them parallel, you will get different meanings out of them that you would have ever thought that you would possibly get. But it,
Absolutely.
but instead they used the two books and told the different people to go to war. You know, there was
Yeah, and
one of
that
the
circle 7 Quran is even clearer.
yeah, it's
If anybody
it.
know about the Prophet Noble Drew Ali, I don't care what nobody say about the Moors, but his prophecies are being sought out today. Like, and his specific prophecies, not like Revelations where they talking about the 3 horsemen and stuff. Like, oh, your world leaders can't go outside. You feel me? Like he was prophesied and stuff like that. Like they gonna be running from y'all.
I mean, but see that's the thing. Even when I hear that, and I look like I say it's possible. But when you look at it and see how we are easily able to be hurted because of money, money can hurt us anywhere. It can hurt us anywhere, and you know it definitely has. You know, and God we trust. And you look and say is money equated to God? The question I ask, and I look and say this: people will sell a body for money. People would do anything you possibly can think about for money. So you have to question, um, is there something in our minds that is actually triggered or taught or trained to make us, follow a money guy?
Yeah, that AI.
Yeah,
They're
I
taking over.
believe.
They're taking over our artificial intelligence. All of them. They be mad at me. I ain't gonna tell y'all all of y'all going with me. No goddamn. You feel me? I'm not telling you none of that. Because if I got to see half, anywhere near 9/10 of you goddamn motherfuckers, I don't even know. You feel me?
Nah, for real.
You know how I feel. I ain't worked this hard to see you when I got dang on the set. Shit, no. Everybody have to take they ass to their perspective area, whatever it might be,
Yeah,
whatever galaxy or whatever you might be, whoever you might be. A whole lot of people don't know nothing. Dimensions, realms, we just talking BS. Portals, all of it's fake. That's why Disney World is so protected because all of the portal talk is fake, huh? They got the
yeah,
biggest portal in America down there in Grand Canyon. They don't want to talk about how there's more pyramids in America than Africa anywhere else in this realm. But you feel me?
because it's
We're
our
niggers.
energy
We're
station.
niggers. Hard ER niggers. Okay.
Hey, and you know what? And a lot of time, yeah. So it's two things I want to get to that I guess we'll get to them later. But I was saying the special ops line is, if anybody haven't seen that, man, go check that out. Like, I think it's dope because they show you, a lot of people in our society think that they bad, like they hard. They give them, guns, different stuff. You see us playing GTA, on the streets, all these type things happening. But the special ops line is series. You have a woman that there's several women. The top people that train in the army, military, navy, the ones that do the most pull-ups, most push-ups, fastest, have the highest IQ for war, different thought process. They make these people like universal. So they make them like the they go out and assassinate people who the people who top agent people who they do the dirty work. So end of the day, we're just citizens. A lot of us just work every day at this. We are not even prepared for no type of tactics back and forth with the system or whatever is over us. We're not ready. The only thing we can do is get ready here and connect in numbers, in massive amount of numbers, and then say what you are going to do and do what you are going to do and don't do what you're not going to do. But as long as we just keep going for the program of repetition, the moment, it's like they give you a little bit, and then they cut your water off, cut your electricity, cut everything off, and you're unprepared. We not only close to those situations, we close to it even being you get like rat poison. Like if there was a such thing as there's things out there to just say make happen. Like, so yeah, there's a reason for the whole great divide because you've been split up from inside out. Like it's not just the men versus women, all this stuff that we believe is, it's way deeper. When you divide religious books, you're now going through divisions of the spirit. So you didn't just get divided from the world, and no, you got divided from the spirit. It's the reason why some men don't know that they're men no more. They once they hit this realm, they say, "I don't know if I'm a man or woman." They want to ask everybody child that now.
Yeah, it's all a part of the agenda. That's why I tell people this a movie. The stage is set.
Real
Come
talk.
on, man. That's it.
And we
There's
crisis
not.
actors.
Yeah, like we're crisis actors. Celebrities are definite crisis actors. They be like, I watched a couple of little clips of the awards show, and I be cracking the fuck up like when I be seeing them doing their little performances. Like, look at them, look at the clowns performing in the circus. Like,
Yeah.
they are just. It's just like whatever, blah blah blah.
And I be telling people that too. Yeah, man, we do. We got people calling us all type of times at night now. And let this be known. We are crisis actors on the podcast. Me and Indigo are not in relationships. There's a whole lot of things that are. Hey, did people look at this stuff online? Yeah, this is. Hey, we're crisis actors. None of this is what it really looks like. This is a act. Peace
And we
out. God
still
body.
and we
Just
still
chilling.
don't know. We're still not clear on how anything looks. Okay, peace, peace, king. Yeah,
Peace, gang.
you
God
know,
body.
he said how things look. We're not sure how things look at all. Um, I'll say.
I say, for real. Yeah, hey, yeah, it is not.
I am a single celibate woman. Okay, you feel me? I don't know what image people have of this melanated gold woman. Period. But I am not a whore. I don't even let people call me queen. But I'm gonna give an exception to ish. My name is Empress or Goddess. Queen is prostitute, and some women did come here for sex prostitution. Um, what do they call them? Sacred prostitutes? Haha. Yeah, those women, are normally called queens. Like Queen Elizabeth, she was the biggest whore in our realm. But yeah, I don't know what people be having going on. But if you don't know me, you should not ever judge someone based off something that you think, especially if you have not been able to hold a conversation with that person either, It's just a whole bunch of crazy stuff. But the realm's crazy, so go
Hey,
Coco for
but
Cocoa Puffs.
I've seen a lot of people think or suggest certain things from looking at a podcast, like, and it's amazing to me. So I feel like it's a joke, even I come out and say it, like, because hey, you have people that pick up the phone, they hit it two something
We
two
have to
something in the
go.
morning now.
We got
Goodness
to go a couple
gracious.
days without talking because people just don't have no. We got to pile our conversations up in 5-10 minutes because we don't know if we finna get smacked from the left or the goddamn right.
Now you don't know who looking, thinking like, hey man, calm down,
And
square
it's
business.
crazy
Hey,
because
look,
y'all wouldn't even, man, if you don't want to talk about the ocean, y'all can't even get on the phone with us for real, because
yeah,
should be deep. But
yeah.
it is what it is, for
I
real.
mean, and it's supposed to be because we in these days, like every moment that we take for granted, where we arguing and we having disagreements, we losing time that we can't get back. And at certain points in time, all this time is gonna catch up. I think we don't be looking at it for real. Like, I value people time. If I'm around you, I don't give a shit who you is. That time is important to me because I think I heard 50 Cent said. 50 Cent said flat out that he'll pay people that he like being around. He will pay those people to be around him strictly based off their energy alone. And that's where I'm at. Like, if you have it, yeah, man. Like, yeah, I pay people with good energy because that energy is gonna automatically make more. Boy, it's till to say people think that because you vibe with someone, there has to be a physical attraction, what is not true. I mean, yeah, God body, word life. I mean, yeah, just because you do, and that's real. So especially like if you're on a higher vibration too. Like if you on something, and not say high and lower because see even that could have a discussion because if you say a higher vibration, then a person think that you saying they on a low vibration you end up on a seesaw patty back and forth thing where it's like it's not a high or low, it's just different. If you're an artist where you write and you quiet but you write all the time, once you come out with a book, people might love your book, but you're not a speaker. And so attention that they get with them, but yeah, you know what I'm saying? You just gotta know. Yeah, I think they messing with my net or something, man. But yeah, you just gotta know. Boy, say that's pertaining to the opposite sex. What he speaking on right there, Indigo? What you think?
I'm over here snacking.
Oh, okay, God, I didn't hit on the button. All
I
right,
was look,
he
I'm
say that's
listening
pertaining to
though.
the opposite sex. Yeah,
Yeah, you
yeah, he
already know
say
how I
that's
feel.
pertaining to the opposite sex.
All I got is brothers, so I
Let
vibe
me
really
see.
well with the opposite sex. I have a
Let me
best
see this.
friend.
I never seen one.
Okay, I have a best friend. His name is
Yeah.
Michael Watts. Okay,
Uh huh.
Mike has been my best friend since my son was born. My 7-year old, and
Yeah.
that man has never touched me a day in his life. I done spent the night at his house. He done slept on the couch. I done slept. You know what I mean? Like when we go out, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I don't appreciate when people assume things about me and my character because I'm sexy as hell. I know I'm fine. You feel me? I get it. I understand. But people got to
Oh
chill out with that.
shit.
I'm not gonna
I,
get
I, I,
uglier, so you got to learn how to live with it, goddamn. You know?
I mean, I ain't gonna lie. It's a lot. It's a lot of dudes out there. It's not to put it on Front Street, but it's some dudes out there who think that too. They think that because because when we chop it up on the phone, it's like you say though. If you're not talking about the ocean or the sea or what's gonna happen 20 years from now, stuff, yeah, you probably not on a lot of them conversations. I think too, there's not a lot of people that even want to talk about certain particular type of stuff. So it's not, it's more so people's actually they path, they life path. What is on your path? Yeah, it's more so just about that. Like, what's on your path, sticking to your path, and make sure and you don't let stuff disturb you with it. Yeah, and I think that's what people are doing too much. They starting to let all of this stuff disturb them, but it came from a spiritual division. You know, I think that was the biggest part I wanted to get in the Great Divide. That it's not a man versus woman. Man and woman are the same.
Man,
They're
they
the
better watch
same.
Black Panther.
Yeah, real talk.
Black
The man
Panther
and woman need each other
is a
for
great guide for
yeah,
how the fuck a village supposed to look.
for real,
Man and
for real,
woman
for real.
rule Wakanda. Man or
Yeah,
woman rule
together,
Wakanda.
real talk,
For real.
real
They
talk.
got
Ain't
women warriors that's stronger than the male warriors.
real,
Right now.
God body,
But
God
we can't
body.
even get these motherfuckers to get on the goddamn field.
Hell nah, because they, see, I get on the women, because you are right there. Now they can't get on the same field because if the women could have it the way the women wanted it, everybody would be paying rent every 30 days. They would have their family and just their house. They would be disconnected from the whole rest of the world. You know what I'm saying? They would
How
be
you gonna change?
disconnected.
How you
It
gonna
wouldn't be
change
no
the
Wakanda.
world? How you gonna change the world if you only got you? What the hell kind of?
Hey, this is the thought process, and I know how they got to the point
Have we
where
not always
I
had
know
a
how they
village?
got there. No, we haven't. A lot of us
We
come from,
have though. Before the bullshit, there was always a village.
yeah, but now you got project babies. Now I'm just keeping it
Not the
1,000. Like
baby kids.
project babies. I mean, and what's a project when you're in school? It's an experiment. So you put a whole bunch of people in red buildings on top of each other, and then you only pay them on the first and 15th, and you put drugs and weapons in their community and watch what they become out. That was the making of the nigger. They turned the nigger to the nigger. And that's how they did it. They used the projects, they used slums, they used things to make us think in an impoverished way. So we forgot our value. We forgot our value. And that's what
The potter and the chicken.
yeah, there we go. There we go. There we go. Like we back though. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like well, we know people looking for their tribe now. Like, it's a different. At least a lot of people are aware. Yeah, I ain't never seen you, but damn, I think I know you. You familiar as fuck to me from for some reason. I get a lot of that now. God body.
God
Just tell her
body.
that that's the real deal right there. Yeah, bruh say at this point, personal agendas are more important than the bigger picture. God damn, boy, if you didn't say a lot then. You didn't say a lot then. God body. Bro, that shit is a real deal. Personal agendas are definitely more important, man. And that happens. And let me speak from the male's perspective. With a lot of males, it's on them, not in them. And then you got some that it is in them where it ain't on them. But if it's in you and it's not in somebody else, if they got more money, then it's like, nigga, then their money is supposed to overthrow your life. But a lot of time that just don't work because it's in you. When it's in you, you can attract anything that you know better. Whether you in a bad situation where you not even saying a bad situation. If you're in a situation where you don't have money, but you have all the potential, all of the want, the energy to get up and pursue and make shit happen for yourself. It don't care. You don't care about what situation you in. You make the situation. But if you're not capable to process making your situation or making the trailblaze, making that lane, then you're gonna follow for anything or whatever lane. And you know what I'm saying? And yeah, a lot of people that I see money, even what's his name, White, said that he didn't want $30 million, $50 million. He like, hey, they want you to do too much. So they telling you, the bigger the pot gets, the more that's expected. So at some point, your moralities or something has to be something that's in you, not outside of you. If what's outside of you is what makes you, then hell yeah, personal agendas is gonna matter than the bigger picture all the time. Because there always is gonna be somebody that knows something that you don't know. It's always gonna be somebody around me that can help sharpen me. But if my personal agenda outweighs the bigger picture of the whole scheme, I'm looking to better myself. I'm not looking to better a whole picture or a whole community. It's why we haven't got to the nation building. But by the way, not this is not a race thing, but you will find white people that go get a good basketball player in junior high where he looks like an NBA player, and they will say, hey, he's going through all these things, moving out. They're moving him into his house and do it. Marcus Smart is in the NBA right now. One of the good cases of that, like a white family taking him in. He goes to the NBA. He take care of them now. But a lot of us, we shoot each other down because of the light that we have. We're gonna shoot you down on the high. It's ours is different because our struggles. It's why we is this golden color, because of the struggle we have been through has made us something different. But we have to realize what it's actually made us, and then, the image that they try to put, it's for a reason. We got to figure it out. Indigo, her favorite artist is Sexy Red. She sent me some stuff about Sexy Red earlier.
You
I was like,
are
oh my
out
gosh.
of pocket.
You
You
know
are
what I'm
out
saying?
of pocket.
Like,
I do not support
like.
whores.
So I'm saying though, but look, so it's not about it is about the image, but I'm saying it's not about what she does. Like, I wouldn't judge what she does. I would have judged what I do, because now I know a certain agenda, or the certain move. The certain move, you got to move a different way for real.
I thought you told me you wanted to marry Sukiana.
Hey, I don't even know what she look like. Yeah, it is funny though. Hey, from what they say,
She looks like a thumb. Pull your thumb out. Come on, put your thumb in the screen for me.
She say, look. She say, look. Yeah,
That's what
that.
it looks like.
Hey, look now. So, but I'm saying she says a lot that people like though. I mean, you see, she's pretty popular right now. Is that now? I hear a lot of people talking about sexual. I didn't heard her music.
My coochie pink, my booty hole
Oh my
round.
gosh. Wow. Oh my gosh. Hey, I heard this dude NLE Chopper in a place of business,
Oh my god.
and he was saying slut him out. And I heard a dude saying this. Hey, my immediate reaction, I was stunned. I said,
so what about you?
wow. I mean, I don't even know
talked
how
to you
you
yesterday,
explain
man.
that.
I was gonna send it to you, man, but I said I don't want to get cussed out today.
Man, a man with a wow. I don't know. Somebody sent me something with an African dude with a BBL, and he was in Africa somewhere. with tribal people and had like on some tribal stuff with a BBL. I say, oh man, like, yeah, we're in different times. We are in different times for real. 1000%. So what a God is then gone. She out there, yeah. We different time for real. Stay laughing, man, yeah. But I know what that thing doing. She pulling back up. Let me get her back up here for real.
Yo,
Bang bang. Word life.
they they cut me all the way off.
Oh yeah, they said you're going too far. You can't be talking about being with BBLs, for real. That's way too much for real.
That's out of
Yeah, you know that's
that's
automatic.
first off, that's out of pocket. Okay,
Yeah, yeah, your monetization cut off for the next couple months, for real, for that. Man,
that's
that's so
already
funny,
off. So
for real. Yeah.
it's
Oh
already
no,
cut
it's
off.
really
So
turned on. It's really turned on. Your water all the way turned on. Like, yeah, it's time. It's
oh
time to
yeah,
turn
and
up.
that's
Like
the
it's
thing
time
I
to
want to
start
tell.
pushing our way around.
That's the thing I
Yeah,
need to tell Mark though. I need Mark to understand that I make that guap regardless. Okay,
yeah,
so I don't care if he
yeah.
monetizes me or not. I'm only getting more followers with his punk ass.
Oh hell yeah, partner. Hey, Pat them pot, bro. Pat them pot. Hey, matter of fact, yeah, we're the biggest people you probably could help for for your establishment. They always look for the proper brown people to put in certain places. You know what I'm saying? They look for the proper brown people to put in certain places. We will be the best people to come through, infiltrate, learn everything about your system to make it the best possible way. For everybody's benefit. I think everybody ready to connect a different type way because that's what we tired. We tired of the division. Yeah, we tired of the division. We learning the reconnection. Well, boy, ACZ, man, he right here too, man. He say ACZ. He
Living,
say
and they talking about who is it?
yeah, you cut off. I don't know what you where you with. Boy, ACZ say with a lot of distorted thinkers, yet at the same time, nothing new under the sun. Nah, AC. He's put. I was reading his comment right here. I don't know what she's talking about. With a lot of distorted thinkers, yet the same time. Hey, bro, nothing is new under the sun.
Yeah, you
Nothing is
right
new.
though.
Nothing is new under the sun. Right now it's threats of wear masks. Certain things are gonna happen here in the near future. There's a lot of threats. People don't
Yeah, but I
realize,
do
man, it
think
was
that
polio outbreaks. You say what?
BBLs are new. I'm pretty sure my ancestors were.
Oh shit, she's like BBS. Yeah, I think that's that, especially yeah. Well, man, I would hope that's it. Man, I would hope, yeah, that's an abomination. That's an abomination, man. Let me not thou should not judge. It's not about what the next person does. It's only about me. I can only look at that and what I would do. Yeah, that definitely wouldn't be my go-to, but I don't know what to say. Empress Indigo, you can get life. Are you okay with men having BBLs?
Absolutely not.
Oh, oh, okay. Say absolutely not, absolutely not. Word life, word life. Well,
No.
yeah, man. I say happy happy Wednesday out here to everybody, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, we definitely back on and live, man. We back on live and popping, and we going harder. We going harder than ever. Harder than ever. It's
Yes. We
yeah,
lit.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah. 1000%. Yeah, we're gonna pop out with that boy. CZ say, yeah, one more thing to say right here, man. He say the devil's children making themselves
Ooh,
known.
baby. Is they
Damn.
not?
Wow. Wow. And I
Yeah. You hear
bye
me
bye.
popping?
Oh, word life. Oh yeah, I know we popping too. I know we popping. I say bye bye. She telling the world bye bye as well. Ain't that it? But hey, look. Hey, Caesar said it, man. The devil's children is making themselves known. Like,
Mhm. Yeah, they are. I know my baby. Look, my
damn.
baby done woke up. Okay,
Okay, yeah,
go ahead.
yeah,
Go ahead.
yeah.
I'm up.
Oh yeah, you can close it. I'm about to get a little closing statement right now. Anyways, I'm gonna give a closing statement out. Yeah, I know you gotta go. Yeah, I know what you gotta do there too. I gotta bust some moves too myself. Matter of fact, y'all hear that? Yeah, we're gonna straighten the energy all the way out before we get that closing statement, man. Look out here. It's easy to say the devil's children is making themselves known, and that is the reason that we had to come out and label this thing today, the emergency. The emergency. Because what do when you emerge from the darkness? When you emerge from the darkness, you emerge from the darkness to the light. So here we are at the state of being able or having to emerge from the darkness to the light. See, there was just a dude who was out who was homeless who did this at a jewelry store, and a necklace came off of a person and actually went into his hand and he stuck it in his pocket. So, with all the things that you have been through, it's going to basically give you different type of abilities, different type of things that you never knew was possible. You might know when somebody's calling. It doesn't matter if the devil, or I even have questions on what the devil is nowadays. Like, I even had those questions on what is the devil. I mean, when Jesus was in the Bible and he was having an enemy and he spoke on the enemy or whatever was trying to kill Jesus, from my understanding, it was wrong. It was wrong. So it became this enemy. Now we have this devil or different things that nobody really knows what it is. But the whole time it's right in your face. And it tells you, take this, do this, believe this or that, this or the third, and divide and conquer. So there's power in numbers. Before I have five or, for you have 4 or 6 hands with you, and then you telling me you could have 200 million hands with you, which would equal 100 people, 100 million people. You could have 2 million hands with you, which could equal 1 million people. 1 million people. So if you could have all these people with you, why would you seek to be by yourself or divided when there's a power in numbers? And you know that we are attempting to be able to be divided so we can be conquered. And when you lose connection, you're going to have to learn reconnection. And that reconnection is going to occur within you. So closing statement, man. Don't be divided and conquer. Like, let's get these relationships back. Men and women, we the same beings. We just got to learn to speak the same language. Learn to reconnect again. Each one teach one. Build and heal. One love. In closing, God body. Great show. Like, share, subscribe, man. Share to all the people. Square business. Do that. We out there.